This will be a 140 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff Attorney Mr. Swenson, capital S-W-E-N-S-O-N. Defense Attorney Mr. Ronson, capital R-O-N-S-O-N. And it starts with the defense. Ready? Yes. Anxiety comes from the pain, the not knowing, the job loss, and what happens to you when you experience anxiety. Shortness of breath. My skin is clammy. It only makes my pain worse because it makes me really shaky and it sets my breathing off. And how often do you experience these symptoms? Often, probably 3-4 times a day, depending on the pain level. So are you saying that it's your pain that triggers the anxiety? Not just the pain, it's everything with not having my job, to being successful, to depend on not being able to work. And do you suffer panic attacks? Yes. Does it feel like you're going to have a heart attack? Maybe. It feels like you're just going into everything shutting down on you. And when was the last time that you had an anxiety attack or panic attack? Anxiety right now. I have an anxiety attack, panic attack. The last one I had was right after my last hearing. So are you distinguishing between the panic attack and the anxiety attacks? Well, she's not a physician, let alone a therapist. Okay, but a severe anxiety attack has always been classified as a panic attack. Okay, so you said the last time you had one was after your last hearing. I think she was having one in the hallway before when I had to take a break. Yeah, true. What do you think, Ms. Minden? Do you think you were having an anxiety or panic attack in the hallway earlier? Maybe. And so in each of our breaks, they weren't longer than about 10 minutes each. How long do your anxiety or panic attacks usually last? We have to preface that. She had me to calm her down on the first one. Okay. They last a while. They can last 20 minutes. They can last 10. Do you ever go into a funk for a couple of days at a time? Yes. One of the drugs you take, isn't it for panic and anxiety? Maybe. What is that drug? I forget. And does that help your anxiety or panic attacks? Sometimes. Okay. It's supposed to. And what about your depression? Are you taking a medication for your depression? Maybe. Okay, how often do you take that? Every night. Okay, and have you experienced symptoms of depression while taking that? Yes. Can you clarify that more? What do you feel when you are depressed? Alone. Okay. Abandoned. Hopeless. Yeah. Well, is that something, yes, you feel, or something? I'm giving her words she could use herself if she wanted to. It's very degrading. Okay, so abandoned, hopeless, lonely, or alone. The unknown. And when was the last time you had those feelings? Today, coming here. Okay, so do you feel depression constantly or occasionally? It's there all the time. Okay, and is it correct? Did I understand you correctly earlier? Did you ever experience depression in your life before? No. Or anxiety? Have you ever experienced that in your life before? No. Maybe just a breakup, but nothing, nothing like this. Nothing at all. Were you anxious when you had to go to prison? A little bit. Yeah, it's nothing like I mean you. Can I just say something? Sure. Off the record? No, there's no off the record here. Let's take a break. Okay, we're back on the record. What promotion were you up for? It varies. I'm not really sure. Okay, and did anybody tell you you were going to be promoted? Oh, right, when I got hurt, right. A couple weeks before that, the opening list opened. Did you sit for the test? Yes. Do you know where you ranked on the test? Yes. Where did you rank? 85. Is that considered in the first 3 groups? Correct. And did you have any interview? No. Are interviews generally conducted after you take the exam? Correct. Well, of course they are, but there's a certain period of time that they set the interview dates up. Were you injured before you could get your interview date? Correct. So, were you able to go for the interview? No. Okay. Same thing with Laura. Okay. Earlier you reported that your pain level in your lower back was a 10, and then you said a 9, your hip an 8, your knee a 7 or an 8, your right ankle an 8 or 9. Now I have observed you walking, Ms. Minden, and to my lay eyes, my non-medical eyes, the way you walk does not appear to corroborate the levels of pain that you gave me. Were you telling me the levels of pain that you have if you're not on your medications, or the level of pain you have when you are on your medications? And let me stop you for a second. Let me elaborate. All right, the word list. Minden, capital M-I-N-D-E-N. All right, it looks like, here we go, Laura, capital L-A-U-R-A. And that looks like it's it. That will conclude our 140 Q&A practice test.